Hi, David Odell here with Odell Complete Concrete. First day on the job site. What we're doing today is we're going to be widening this driveway. Today the whole objective, what we want to accomplish today is getting this grass out, putting a couple new boxes in right here, adjusting the elevation of those, getting the rebar in. We're going to go dowels every 4 feet. We're going to do rebar number 3 at 2-foot centers. So today we just want to get this ready, and we're going to pour it bright and early tomorrow morning. Alright, so here's the cable line that runs into the house, and it was a little high back here especially, so before I bring in the skid steer, the mini skid, to start removing this dirt, I'm going to expose this cable and pull it to the side. It's in a conduit, not a very strong one, but it is in a conduit. So we're going to dig it out, pull it to the side, then I can bring the skid steer in here and just start going to town and remove these roots, grass, and dirt. And now on these 2 boxes, the homeowner already picked up these boxes, and these happen to be traffic bearing, good for 2,000 pounds per box. It's some kind of a fiberglass hybrid type box. It's not a concrete. So traffic bearing. He's got 2 boxes there. He got the exact same sizes. The only difference was on that green box, his replacement for that one, it was a little short, and all the wire connections and conduits that run across the street were down lower. So I utilized the old box as an extension for the new box. They do make some extensions you can specifically buy. You still will have to modify them and cut them to fit what your needs are, but this worked out really good for us right here. I extended it up about 6 inches basically, and I'm going to go ahead and pour the concrete full depth on those boxes, locking the 2 together and giving us good support in case he does drive a vehicle over it, because this is intended for some RV parking right here. He's got an RV right now where he's paying, I think, $200 a month for storage. When you do this, it basically pays for itself within about 6 months. I mean, pretty quickly. Plus, it's right where you can work on it all the time, get it prepped to go out. So we got our boxes in nice and level. I put that little plywood there to kind of hold back any dirt that may fall towards that box, because I want to go make sure we can get full depth around all of the boxes, especially the one with the extension I added to it. We also reworked the sprinklers here. What we did, because we're not going all the way to the top of the driveway with this addition, we've set it back about 2 feet for another little planter bed at the top. So we're going to still need water there. So we had to expose the water lines and figure out where to cap it off, because we want to still get water in one location but not the rest. Well, after we did all that with the sprinklers, we ended up testing each individual valve to make sure there was no leaks in the system and that we didn't miss anything. And all was well, and we were good to pour. So when I dig these out, if you'll notice, I'm not over digging. And that's really crucial if you don't want to do a lot of extra dirt work, like recompacting and, just a lot of extra work. You really want to try to cut it right on the money, because this has been sitting here for a good 40, 50, 60 years. So over that much time, you're not going to get it any harder than it already is. So you really don't want to disturb it much. You just want to cut it right, and then do a little fine tuning here and there. The most you really want to overcut, if you do have to overcut something, is about 2 inches max. Then you're going to have to run the plate on it. But I like to keep it within, less than an inch when I do it. And then I just run the plate over it just for fun. It's really not doing a whole lot because it's really undisturbed. Now we're going to put the 3/8 rebar in here at 2-foot centers. We're going to drill into the existing driveway every 4 foot. So every other bar will have a dowel. That form that you see here at the top, that's end of pour. That's your header. If you notice all those cross cuts in the back of that 2x4, well, I've had that for quite some time, that board, and you know, the longer they sit around, the more they like to twist, curl, and do whatever they want to do. Well, I rip them like that and put a bunch of cross cuts halfway through the board, and then you can twist them in any shape you want and get all those funky twists that it likes to put in there. Get them out with the cross cuts. You can even turn them into radius boards by doing that. Maybe a 10-foot radius. You could pull it off. That's a 4.5-inch right angle grinder with a carborundum metal cutoff blade in there. Cuts them pretty quickly. That light post down at the light post standard down there at the bottom, the pad that's around it is about an inch lower than the city sidewalk, probably from settling or whatever it might be, but I definitely don't want to match that with my concrete, so I'm going to pour mine a little bit high. So in the future,
hi, we're back on the job, and this is end of the day for us here. We're just going to do some minor cleanup, but we're ready for concrete right now.
That would do the trick.
And what time is it? How long did this take us? Okay, it's 11 a.m. We started at 4 hours. We've got the electrical boxes, the cable box. Basically a telephone box for a hardwired telephone. And then there's a cable, which is Wi-Fi, internet, stuff like that. That's all in. We've got the rebar in. We've got a chalk line along that existing little property line brick border. And the way we got that line is we just transferred the exact grade of this driveway straight across, and that gave us, so that way it won't be twisted, you know, it'll be the same grade all the way across, so it'll look like it was all done at one time. A lot of times you'll see a change in grade when they do these additions, and it stands out like a sore thumb, like when did they do that kind of thing, or why is it elevated, or why is it dropping. This is all just straight grade across. Makes it look more natural. Anyway, tomorrow's pour day, 7:30 a.m. It'll be another half day tomorrow, and we'll be wrapping it up and moving to the next site. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.
This is part 1 of a 2-part series, so stay tuned for the next one. The next one is our pour and finish final product. Have a nice day. Thanks.